So it's been about 60 days since Xen launched, and I did about 363 wallets. I've done way more than that since then. I'm going to talk about everything. I'm going to try and talk about everything Xen and just do a full recap of the past 2 months in one video. It's probably going to be all over the place. I'm going to go over all the tools I'm using, the sites I'm using. Am I buying? Am I selling? Am I holding? XenFTs coming? All of that. I'm going to try and pack that into this video. So let's start off with the chart. So a lot of people from the outside are laughing at Xen because they're looking at the chart. But one thing you have to realize about Xen is it's not really a buyer's coin. You mint it and then you make a decision with it. Buying it, I wouldn't say you're stupid, but it might not be the best idea. Even though it always looks like it's flooring. Well, the past couple months. So Xen has these run-ups where it comes down to pretty much where it is now, and then it just runs up, and these run-ups are getting smaller and smaller. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it crack lower, and I also wouldn't be surprised to see it reverse and start pumping up because of the XenFT speculation. But I'm not gonna get too excited about that just yet. So I made 300 wallets, and I've been using this thing. Well, I'm not even gonna say I just started using this right here. I just imported my wallets in here. And I mean, and it's a travesty in here. It's looking really bad. Okay. On this computer that I'm on right now, I have 111 wallets. I'm gonna import some more, but I've made a mess, bro. I mean, I have mints that I didn't even know had ended 40 days late. I mean, there's 3 million lost there, 3 million, 3 million, 3 million, 3 million. All these, I lost 3 million. To start this MetaMask, I funded it with about 3 ETH, and I made about an ETH, and I want to say an ETH and a half on that first day from my early mints. So what I did is I did some one-day mints, and those were crazy. Thankfully to the people who foolishly bought it way up here, I was able to get about an ETH back just because I know how inflation works. This is how much I don't even want to say expecting to get. This number right here, I imagine this is going to drop down. But even if it drops down, I don't care because I'm making so much. So let's do some more importing. Now, another thing I've been doing is CoinTool batch minting. So a lot of people are curious about this, worried about this, not sure if it's safe. I've been doing it. In total, I've made over 2,000, I want to say 2,400, we'll call them VMUs or wallets. The new term going forward is going to be VMUs though. So I have 60 sitting here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export these, and then I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to delete these columns. So I'm going to right click this and then hit delete, click this, delete, this, delete, and then column A as well. I'm going to delete this one as well. And I'm going to resave it. Now I'm going to go back to here, xenturbo.io, and I'm going to add address. And I'm going to import it 60 addresses to hit confirm. It's going to add those 60 addresses. Now it takes some time, but now you can see I'm up to 171 addresses, 1,600 wealth ranking. This right here, I don't get too excited about this because most people aren't using this site. Now, I'm actually making this video so more people will start using it and you can get a better idea of where you are. But 1,600 seems kind of high. I imagine I'm way further back than that. Now I'm going to go through and add some more of these. So there's one batch. Now what I started doing before I found this, I started dating my addresses, but I don't do that anymore because I'm using this. This right here is a 45-day test that I'm going to do because I made a post where I had made some good profit from minting, and people are speculating, well, you can only make that if you did it on the first day. So I did the same period, which was 45 days. And then 45 days, we're going to see what this one has done. So it's up to 2.8 million so far. And I would say, well, if I ended it right now, it wouldn't be profitable because gas is so high. But I would bet that it's going to be still profitable, just maybe not as profitable. So let's add some more. I have some more batches in here. So here's a batch. This one has 30. Now this is also before I knew that you could do more than one batch. So I can make 30, then I can come back 10 minutes later, make another 30, come back a day later, make another 30. I keep on doing that as often as I want. And if you're on Mac, you're gonna have to re-export the file as a CSV file. It won't work, but you probably know that. There's 30 more. Let's see if it jumps up there. So my rank is growing. I'm up to 1217, 201 addresses, 1.2 billion Xen, 7,000, nope, 8,000. So this is going to keep on climbing as it queries all the addresses, but this is going up. So as you can see, I did a different address thinking that I had to do different addresses in the batch. So what happened is I basically learned. This whole time I've been learning. Here's just 10. Let's import that one. So I'm sure to jump up to 10, jump up 10. Yep. And then I'm going to go into the strategy and what I'm doing going forward with all these new tools that I have. There's another 10. Slowly climbing the ranks, slowly building up that total value. We may crack 10,000. There's 10 more. Well, 9,000. Looks like each 10 adds like another $1,000 to it. All right, looks like that's all the batches. So what I could even do is I can go in here and see how much that last one costs. So I can go in here, I can click on this, and I can go to my view on Etherscan. And I can see that in this transaction, I spent 13 Gwei, $32, which was 13 Gwei at the time, which is about the same as Gwei lately. So that was pretty high back then though, because it went down and now gas is going up again. So yeah, we're gonna talk about all that still. So 13 Gwei to make 10 wallets. So $32 to make 10 wallets that are worth $1,000 each. Now I don't expect that, but I actually wouldn't be surprised if it does hit that. So my strategy going forward, every day I wake up and I do a batch mint. I would say depending on the gas, but that's not even true anymore. So what I've started to do is not on this PC, but on my other one, which I might show the stats for one day, but it's like, I don't really want to show it because I don't want people to know, like I kind of went a little overboard, but it's worth. I would tell you that my account that I imported all my addresses to is worth over $200,000 right now, over that. And I'm still not done importing everything. And thankfully, none of them have been late. This PC, I'm not really up here that much. I'm only up here when I'm making a video. So every day I wake up and I come here and I do 3 batches. Let's just say I do 10. I'm not gonna say how many I really do because I don't want people to, try and copy me. I do 10 for 100, and then I do 10 for 220, and then I do 10 for the max, which right now is 433. And I might stop doing that soon because I'm like, it's getting to the point where I might as well just do all of them max. So the reason I do that is because if I look at the calendar, let's act like this is 2024 right here. Say in 100 days, I get this one. If I do a 100-day mint every day, it'll look something like this, unless I skip a day on accident. So 100 day, 100 day, 100 day, 100 day, 100 day, right? Now, when I get to the 220 mints, it's going to be 2. I'll have 100 day and a 220, 100 day and a 220, 100 day and 220, all the way across. And then when I get to day 400 or whatever the max is, I'll have 100 day, 220, 100 day, 220 max, 100 day, 220 max. So I have a bunch of mints, like something like this. I have 30 ending on one day. What day is this? On the 19th. This is going to be a sweet day. I'm supposed to make 800. I mean, this isn't that far away either. This is just the 19th. This is a few days from now. So I'm going to have a total value of $847. Did I spend $847 on this? Let's go see and find out. This is a batch. So let's see if I can figure out which day I did this on. Here it is. 419. And let's open it up in Etherscan. And we can see exactly how much. The blockchain won't lie to us. $90. I spent $90 at 12.3 Gwei to make this many wallets that is now worth, right now, 847. Now, is Xen going to go down? Probably. But is it going to go down and this is going to be 100? I don't think so. I think I'm going to make some profit here. I think I'm going to get this and it might be worth 300. It might be worth 800, 700. It doesn't matter. Same thing with this number. As time goes on, I think this is going to drop. But I don't think it's going to drop to where it was all just stupid. Every mint that I've done, if I just turned around and sold it, I did really good. My strategy is to have a day like this every day. So the only way to do that is for me to mint every single day. If I try to do a mint one day and then it ends 400 days from now, when 400 days rolls around, I'm going to wish that I kept doing it every day because I'm like, man, now I got to wait I got to do it again for 400 days to get the same result when I should have just been doing it every day. So that every day and all day, every day, I'll have some Xen to mint. You see, I'm taking that risk now and I can see now that I got some numbers right here, I feel a little bit more confident. I can say, okay, well, this is probably going to drop down. I remember how much I spent. This is probably going to drop down. But if I keep doing it, which I'm going to be doing, I don't know if I'm going to do it. Let's do it because I want to show how to deal with gas. So right now, this is ultrasound.money. Whoa, gas is at 91 Gwei right now. I don't think I've seen it that high in a while. This is where Xen launched. So if you're in ETH, be thankful for Xen because Xen made ETH deflationary. Now it's had a rally because gas has been really chill lately, but the last couple of days, gas has started to ramp up. And we can look at the 7-day chart. We were seeing some lows around 10 Gwei, then the lows at about 11 Gwei, 12 Gwei. Now with the lows about 13 Gwei. Let's hit refresh on this to be sure. Whoa. So 13. So the Gwei gas is getting more expensive. Now, I would let that worry me just a little. I would let that worry me, but knowing what I know about like just from being in other projects that you had to rely on gas prices, gas going up only makes the value of Xen go up. So every time that the gas prices shot up, this was FTX. When FTX happened, Xen was the only thing running. Xen ran for, 500, 600% in a day. And then people stepped in and started doing the short mints. And then we had this was a couple of weeks ago. I don't remember what this one was, but gas went high. So now it's not really doing it this time, but it doesn't need to. You see what I'm saying? A part of me wants to care about the price because if the price goes up, then this number is going to go up. But the other part of me is just be satisfied with what you're getting. So gas is ramping up right now. So how do I combat this when I get up in the morning to do a mint and gas is up? Let's do a batch let's do 20. And if I go off of this, I wouldn't recommend really going off of this. Wow, it's 144 days now. So it's way smarter to just go ahead and buy some. If you want some Xen, just go buy it. So if this was this is really crazy how I'm doing this video and gas is ramping up. It's pretty wild. This usually says around 15 days. I wouldn't even recommend doing that short. Don't even waste your time. You're going to make something, but it's not going to be anything. Go ahead and do it for the longest, but maybe mix it up too, so you can have some fun. That's why I do shorter. Like I don't do anything shorter than 100 days. And that's just to keep me into it. So let's do 100 days. Now, if I do this right here, it's going to cost me a grip. Let's go to market. $950 to do this transaction right now. But I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to advanced and I'm going to set what I'm willing to pay in gas. So I see the past 12 hours. Well, this isn't accurate either. Well, it's kind of accurate. it's been between 13 and 20. So I'm going to set my gas to trigger at 13. I'm going to click lead priority, 13.2 good because sometimes it's not round. So that's going to be 0.07 ETH. So when gas calms down, it's going to trigger this mint to make 20 wallets and for $94. Now, don't copy me. I'm just showing you how to do it if you have gas. So this 20 is going to be added to here. Now there's this new thing where they're saying you reuse empty slot wallet is support. What I'll do is I let people dummy test. I let people test it themselves. I did one, but it wasn't really that much cheaper. And if this site, people say, well, what if the site goes down? If the site goes down, they have an instructional guide to show you how to get your Xen out using Etherscan, through the blockchain. Okay. So this gas transaction is going to sit here it'll sit here for a day or so. I try to do it to where it might get triggered in a day, but it'll sit here for a day. And if gas calms down to 13, they'll come along and mine the block, and I will see that it went through and I have 80 total created. And then I will export it again and then add accounts to here. Now ZenFTs is coming out allegedly sometime in this month. And the cool thing about ZenFTs is if someone wants to come from the outside and do a Zunicorn with 10 billion Zen in it, they're going to have to buy it. And there's not that much Zen in liquidity to buy it without pumping the price to like right here. Like if somebody tried to come and buy 10 billion right now, the price would definitely go past this resistance line right here, because there's just not much. And it's actually amazing that there are trillions of coins in circulation, but there's only 40 billion on the exchange. Everyone's holding it. And I mean, this liquidity chart is just the USD value, the USD amount is just going up as the price has been going down, which is amazing to me. We're at 1.2 trillion tokens. I would say don't worry about buying, just mint it. If you want to go out there and speculate, maybe buy some. But for me, what I'm doing is I'm going to wait until there's a date, until I start feeling confident about saying buy Zen or I'm buying Zen. I'm going to wait until Jack Levin says, okay, we're thinking about doing it on this day. When he starts talking like that, then I might buy some. But as long as he's hopefully the end of December. I mean, he came into my Telegram recently. I said, still end of December. He said, probably though not effing it up takes priority, if you know what I mean. So he's not going to rush it basically and have it break and everybody's just really pissed off. But still end of December, probably. So we'll see as December gets closer. But until then, I'm just going to keep minting, keep adding my addresses, and I'll do an update in a couple of weeks. Peace.